Alec Trevelyan remains one of the most underutilized assets in the James Bond franchise. On paper, he is the ultimate dark mirror for 007. Hey, he's a man who knows every MI6 standard operating procedure, every technical trick, and exactly how Bond thinks. He understands the lengths James will go to, and more importantly, he knows exactly where Bond's infallible weakness for women lies. Hi, my name is Jesse, and this is the ENABLER'S Review. In lieu of the upcoming video game 007 First Light, I would like to revisit one of James Bond's most overlooked villains, and the missed opportunity to have an adversary that would have stood the tests of time. We've seen this trope about 1,000 times, but where in some instances it works, here it falls completely flat on its face. For example, you could tell James and Alec had history. Just seeing them working together in the prologue scene with such ease and cohesiveness, even their banter made it evident that these two figures had deep respect and reverence for each other. But the film leaves way too much for the audience to infer. I mean, by failing to delve into the bedrock of their friendship, the script misses the opportunity to fully explain the profound sense of guilt that haunts Bond throughout the film. While this archetype of the fallen angel was revisited in the Daniel Craig era with Javier Bardem's Raul Silva, neither depiction pushed 007 to a point of true mental exhaust or psychological strain. As a seasoned 00 agent, Trevelyan should have dismantled Bond's world from the inside out. One of Alec's more nuanced aspects is his Janus persona, derived from the Roman god of beginnings and endings, which represents his switch from British agent to international criminal mastermind. His scarring from the explosion also adds a layer of character to him because it makes him even more mad at James for setting up the charges at 3 minutes instead of 6. But I digress. I meant to say his apparent god complex was never fully explored, nor were the subtle or clear indications of the shift from the Cold War to the New World Order. Essentially, Alec Trevelyan is a secular apostate in the Cold War. Being a 00 agent was like being part of a priesthood, loyal to the invisible higher power, queen and country. When Alec dies and is reborn as Janus, he doesn't just switch sides, he becomes the higher power, or a higher power. The character's history also suggests a missed opportunity in casting and tone. Originally written for an older actor like Anthony Hopkins, Trevelyan was meant to be a mentor, a man who was 6 years old during the 1945's Lienz Kozak Betrayal, making him 56 by the events of 1995. By casting the younger Sean Bean but keeping the original backstory, the film created a chronological discrepancy, but it inadvertently stumbled upon a better dynamic, a villain who matches Bond's physical prime. Had the film leaned into this, we could have seen a psychological chess match where Alec taunts Bond's mental state with the same ferocity that he challenges the physical prowess of Bond. Instead, his limited screen time and the pivot to generic financial motivations stripped away the character's mystique. It was by far the most slept-on storyline, a real chance to see Bond at the end of his wits, with a villain who could react and control Bond's irrational methods. Alec had the making of a legendary antagonist, a man who deserved a multi-film arc that truly fleshed out his sinister evolution, instead of the somewhat cartoonish figure we got in the final act. I mean, seriously, a 2-film outing could have transformed him from a brother-in-arms into the most formidable threat Bond ever faced. What do you think of the St. Peter's tank chase, by the way? Would you have changed anything about it, or just kept it the same? I mean, it would have been awesome as a psychological game of cat and mouse rather than a physical pursuit. Let me know down below in the comment section. Like and subscribe. My name is Jesse, and this was the ENABLER'S Review.